but interesting, and I thought it was a nice way for them to be able to bridge anger and the fun and forward in your faceness of that.
The re-entry, the comeback, the reeling it back in. He's sort of that.
I like the choice, and I guess it's not that weird of a choice then to do all things to consider, but it's such that is the epitome of PHiSH tone and sound to me, right? It's kind of playful. It has
Right, that's it.
Welcome back. I am Kevin. I'm joined by Scott. How we doing tonight, sir?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
All right.
We've done Europe. We've done the first half of U.S. Summer 98. And now we're going to do, for my money, might be the best 11-show run that they ever did in their whole career.
Yeah, the real portion of the summer of covers, right?
Yeah. Basically from Alpine.
Yeah. 9 debut covers in the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff, for sure.
They opened, they started August 1st in Alpine and just really took over. I saw the Deer Creek shows and then everything from Merriweather to the end.
Yeah, it's a nice run.
Yeah,
I caught the very tail end, so Vernon to the Lemon Wheel.
Right. I love I listened to the whole thing, but listening to the whole Lemon Wheel again, I feel like it's so overshadowed by the year before.
Well, yeah, it is in a sense, but equally is incredible, but
right.
In certain
I hear you. All right, let's pull it up there. Alpine Valley, open up, ramble on. I remember getting this tape, and when I first got the tape, nobody had told me that it was Led Zeppelin or anything, and I immediately thought that they had done a Grateful Dead cover, which is weird because they eventually do a Grateful Dead cover on this run. Fantastic. I don't know why that one didn't stick around. It really, I feel like, fits their wheelhouse.
For sure. Great way to open it up with a brand new cover. And then, I thought the Mike's Groove was cool with the Esther in the middle and, like a 2-year bust out at that point. Like that doesn't really happen nowadays. They play Esther a lot. I feel like they brought it back into rotation, but the Week of Pog was really good. Coyote was good. I don't know. It's a pretty decent first set, I thought, overall. But, the meets in the second, I really like the Piper Wilson 2001, the McGilla back into 2001, and then, Tweezer Fluffhead. What are we doing? Like, that's just a great second set. And then you get double cool downs, right? In the Brian and Robert in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
it's always cool. Yeah. And then they pick it back.
I got something weird going on here. Hold on one second.
You got something weird going on?
Do you hear an echo?
Not really.
Okay. I'm fucking hearing shit.
Maybe.
Oh, man.
That seems like a lot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the run from the Wilson out of the Wilson into the 2001, the McGilla 2001 into Tweezer is really prime PHiSH there. The Piper's okay. Absolutely. Piper's a little weird for me to open a set. I expect Piper to float in out of something and then float back out on the other side,
The cool thing about Piper was it kind of popped up everywhere in like 97, 98. They were still kind of feeling it out and they used it in a lot of different places. So, in that sense, I like it. It's pretty standard, like mid-second set type song nowadays, but
exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I think that run's good. It's a good fluff head. And then, Ben Caught Stealing in the encore was fucking awesome, I thought.
All right, their third time at Alpine, they definitely hit a home run there.
Yeah, it's a good opener for the Alpine run for sure.
Right, exactly. All right, let's move on to one of my favorite. I guess this behind the City's Good Times Bad Times Deer Creek show. This is probably my favorite Deer Creek show that I saw.
yeah, it's a hell of a second set. Really good divided sky.
Right.
I don't know.
Horse
I think the
Silent in the
first set,
morning. Right.
the
Horse Silent
Reba's
in the
pretty
morning
cool.
is weird to put there, but I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
New
Kind of a uneven set. The Reba's good. The divided sky is good, but really the show was in the second set.
Definitely. Possum, classic way to open.
Great
Ghost had
go.
right already had become legendary, right? Ghost had already had a reputation, and they
Yeah.
just
They
it
weren't
seems
fucking
like
around every time they played it. They just weren't. They
continued.
weren't fucking around. And then they land in Lifeboy, which I just
Beautiful.
love Lifeboy. So that whole little stretch and then into Bowie was also a great, transition.
Right.
And another debut. I get a kick out of you.
Yep.
Pretty standard Loving Cup on the way out. The hood's good. Bittersweet Motel. They like
Right.
since they debuted it, they started playing it a lot on this little run, but good
Right.
show.
Bowie at Deer Creek. Every time they played Bowie at Deer Creek in 1.0, they were just these monster things. I'm wondering if they played it every time they have played there.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull that out of the top of my head, but I know they did it in 97. I feel like they did do it in 96. Can't remember 95. And then this one is right up there. I mean,
No,
just
it's good.
did you you weren't at this show, but did you know Rhinoceroses? Did you know this song? Because I had never heard it before.
I did. I'm a big Pumpkins fan, actually. So I listened to a lot of Smashing Pumpkins. I was big into their first 3 or 4 albums.
Right. I thought it was a new PHiSH tune.
I was kind of excited about it. And then, you kind of find out the story behind it. And it's like, oh, that kind of sucks, but it's also pretty cool of them. For sure. And then the Haleys is fucking incredible. Just a ripping version of Haleys. So
what happened to Haleys?
I don't know. I feel like every once in a while we get a good one, but standard Haleys is like 5-6 minutes. Yeah, Hershey was good. There's been a few after that. There was one this year. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
But the Ride Captain Ride bust out, right? First one since like 92.
Right. It was so beautiful. It was so
again, I know you're kind of over it, but another nice MoMA. Another nice MoMA dance.
Well, I mean, MoMA still had the new car smell at this point. I mean,
they were playing it a lot, but they were playing them all well. These are the versions of MoMA you want to hear for sure.
Right. I was never a Strange Design guy. I know people get choked up about it, but I'm like,
I like that song. I don't know. I like all the ballads, though. I'm a ballad
I
guy.
felt like it was trying too hard. It tries too hard to be meaningful.
It's a good song.
Right. The Gumbo. Not the Gumbo. I guess the Gumbo, when we get to Star Lake, is the Gumbo.
Definitely one of the gumbos. There's lots of good gumbos in there, too. But
we got huge servings back in 98.
The hell of a way to open the set, for sure.
Yes. I mean, that second set is so cool just because, like, if you look at their stuff now, Gumbo's always in the first set. Tube's always going to be in the first set. The Wedge to close the set, but
pretty much.
The Limb by Limb, another one at this time that quote unquote had the new car smell, and they just. I remember I used to think that it was going to go into St. Stephen when they're like, well, when they hit that the instrumental section.
Were you at this show? Were you at Deer Creek?
Yes, I was at the show. Yes, I was having a moment. This is the night I fell in love with Meat. I was like, Meat is just the coolest thing ever.
Meat's pretty cool. First bike in 2 years.
Yeah. And you didn't get many. It was so cool to get a Fishman tune at this point. Back in 90, you're like, yeah, every night we get a Fishman tune and it breaks up the second set. But at this point, you're like, wow, we got a Fishman tune.
No, for sure. I mean, my 30th anniversary is coming up next month, and I only have one to this day.
Wow.
The only one I caught was at the Lemon Wheel. So,
Oh, right.
yeah.
I remember. We will get to that eventually. I think Tube the Wedge is a fantastic set closer. It is so cool.
Yeah, you like it as a set closer? Kind of weird.
I like it. I
mean, it's different for what it is, but I don't know. I'd be wanting more.
Something more rocking at the end of the wedge.
You know, I mean, they had already played 0 in set 1, so I guess what do? You got to figure something out. But and then Circus in the encore is cool, but the Antelope's good. I like, you know, I love a walk-off Antelope.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. I remember walking out. The encore was like the thing in my head at that moment. I was like, that encore was the greatest thing ever. People are like,
hell yeah.
Dude.
And you're a big Antelope guy. We know this, so.
Yeah, I'm a big Circus Comes to Town guy. I really, when they started playing it, before I realized it was a Los Lobos tune, it just sounds like a PHiSH lyric.
Same. Yeah, for sure.
It's fantastic. All right, let's move on. We're going to drive down the road to the Lakewood Amphitheater in Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta.
Solid first set. I don't think, you know, really anything stands out that much. I mean, Fluff, MoMA. Again.
Right. Vultures, though, you got a lot of cool little ones. Vultures, you got the Billy Breeze, you got the Crackhead Rosie.
Yeah.
You know. And the second set, I mean, the Wolfman's obviously is in yellow and the Caspian are both really solid.
The Wolfman's, the last 5 minutes is like a John Fishman clinic. First of all, the fucking Wolfman's is really phenomenal. And PHiSH just goes on a tear in the last 5 minutes of this and just does everything that, you know, we've grown to love about John Fishman. Just the fucking, I don't know. He's an octopus, man. It just doesn't make sense sometimes, but really like a PHiSH clinic.
Right. Tim always used to say, you got to watch Fishman's left foot.
Every limb just keeps moving. It's great. And I like Talk, man. So it's cool to see Talk pop up here. It's a very rare played tune. Had a short run, so
and it's quick. And it was years ago. Right. And Trey did not sorry, I'm moving that on you. Trey usually played acoustic guitar with that. So this is an interesting one that it was right out of another song and he didn't strap on the acoustic guitar for it.
Right. Solid Caspian and Mango. I love a Mango song. Right. So I'm sucking
interesting. I guess the set listing on whoever's part, Trey's part, was very interesting at this moment in time because you got an NICU, Caspian, Mango, Down with Disease, which is a really neat run for, you know.
It's a ripping disease for a short version. I mean, it's not a real deep, long one, but it rips for sure. And then the, Running with the Devils, fucking awesome. I think they killed that.
Right. Let me just throw out that over on volume, they are just bumping. What's up, Bungle, Jason, Vermy Verm? We got You Ate My Fractal over there.
People are watching this? Huh? People are watching this?
Yes, people are watching live on volume. And I believe people are watching on the that other place, the YouTube. But what did I just do? Oh, my God, I clicked the wrong button there and my brain farted. Running with the Devil.
Killer.
It's cool. It's cool that they did it. It's just I don't think it's in their wheelhouse.
Oh, really? I thought they fucking did it real well. I liked it a lot.
I like Been Caught Stealing better if they were going to do a...
Okay, I'll give you that. That's
rocker tune.
That's fine. I can't disagree with that. I'd probably lean that way, too, if I had to.
Right.
And a nice...
Enjoy Myself is a fantastic encore. And, they could very easily mail it in because it's going to be 15 minutes anyway. But this one, they really were like,
they stretched it out. Fuck it. Fuck a curfew or whatever. We're just going to keep playing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Bungle. Don't touch anything, Kev. You bring down the whole thing.
This guy's hearing echoes in his head and shit.
It was yesterday was a long day. Let me tell you that, Scott. I had one of those days where I was like, just shut up, head. All right, Walnut Creek. Have you ever been to Walnut Creek?
I have not.
They put on some interesting shows over there. They did a free one from there with that weird antelope that had something in the middle back in like 18 or 19. A free stream from there that was fantastic. This show compared to the night before, I mean, I would take this one any day of the week compared to the.
Again, I'm so over Water in the Sky at this point. I just like, and now that you're opening the show with it, like just
Well, you get it out of the way though. You get it out of the way.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna do it, but the Drowned, it's a really good Drown. I remember, you know, when I listened to this, I really enjoyed the Drowned. The Stash was cool, right? Like there's a really like a high in the musical sense intro to it. Like, I don't know, like in a higher key almost, but I don't know.
In the wrong key, and then they adjust.
It almost seemed like it might have been the right key, just too high of one. Like, you know, like
a higher octave in the right
yeah,
key.
in the wrong octave or some shit like that. But I don't know, it's cool. Weird foam.
Right.
Almost stopped before, you know, the returning.
The film was a little technical at this point for them. Most of what they were doing had been dumbed down a little bit at this point to fit into the post-cow funk era.
Oh yeah, they're playing a lot slower, funkier, you know, timing vibe shit, and then you got to slide back into fucking a song like Foam real quick, which is just ridiculous, musically speaking. So
right, it's so hard to play. Foam is the kind of song I feel like you have to practice at least once a week or every couple weeks, you know.
Yeah, you definitely should be going through some of those runs for sure. So
right,
Ghost is good again, and then a Forbin Mockingbird, like, to end the set. That's awesome.
Yes, man, I wish Forbin was still around. I think part of the problem with a Forbin and a Harpua is Trey feels like he's forced to do narration, and he doesn't want to do that anymore. They couldn't just play a Forbin Mockingbird. Could they just play a Forbin Mockingbird and him not say anything?
I mean, that's basically where it's been, you know, since maybe Jump Truck or whatever.
Right, but they've only played it once, and that was part of the Gamehenge set. So,
oh, you're okay. You're talking since.
Yeah, I'm talking recent.
Yeah,
That's why they don't do it anymore, because Trey doesn't want to do the narrations.
Well, not only that, I think it's one of the harder guitar songs too.
Right. I've always wished Mockingbird would pop up out of a jam without a Forbins.
I'm okay with that, but yeah, I think we're in the wrong era for that. Personally.
Right, it's never happened. They owe me one, man. They owe me one from Darien Lake in '97.
I was there.
Yeah, that's messed up about them.
We got the Bozo song instead.
Right. That was fun, though.
That was some wacky shit, man.
That was.
Anyway, back to a year later.
A year later, yes.
Streak.
All right. This second set, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It's a good mics, but I thought it
never quite caught.
Internal of the groove, the Weekapaw groove wasn't, I don't know. Simple's okay. I like Albuquerque, don't get me wrong, but then you're kind of Limb by Limb and Waiting are just like very standard in the center there, and then a good groove out of it, but I don't know.
I think they were watching the clock. Right, I think they were watching the clock
because they got one song. Might be the weakest of the shows from this month of August, but with that said, it's still fantastic. I mean, the first set is probably, I don't know, just as good as the second set, but nothing's like great.
Right. And it's amazing what just driving up 95 will do for you.
Right.
My God, this were you at this one? Did you come down for this?
No, I didn't.
Not here.
I was not there.
Out of all the 30
God,
some Merriweather shows they've done, this is probably the best one that they ever did. Even with the Dog Log set that they did a couple years later, the Dog Log Mango song set.
You've done a lot of good shows there.
Yeah,
over the years, but
but this one just
I mean, Sally. I like the Sally a lot.
Right, the energy for the Sabotage. You really thought that the roof was going to blow off the pavilion at Merriweather in that moment. But here we get the Wedge as an opener instead of a set 2 closer. We're going to open set 1, and it probably does work better there. Yes, it's like being a waitress or a server, and when someone takes a bite, you're like, "Is everything okay?"
Figured I'd just shut that down for
I
a second.
choked myself out a little bit.
Jesus.
Uh,
Yeah. Sweet.
The Wedge is fun. A couple, they boom. They do a bunch of just upbeat. The Wedge, everybody gets grooving, and I see you. You're like, yes, I'm loving this. Then a Sally, just they
Sally's
poured
great.
the gasoline one.
Sally's great. Sweet Jane.
Yeah,
Awesome.
preloaded, almost like a little foreshadowing of what was to come that Halloween. Where do you like Sally better, with or without the vocal jam?
I don't care either way because they don't end the song on a vocal jam. So
Right.
even if they do get into the vocal jam, they come back to the jam.
Right.
Which is great when they do it. But if they want to skip it, hey, man.
I feel like it's an excuse to do a vocal. It was a what do they say? A problem looking for a solution. We didn't need to have the vocal jam stuck in.
It's a problem if they're not playing Sally. Which
Yes.
I don't feel like they have been lately.
Right.
So.
Right. And then we're going to get really interesting here. We're going to get the Gaiuti out of Sneakin' Sally. It was around. You got quite a few. I mean, late 90s, Gaiuti was pretty much a workhorse for them.
Yeah.
But then Ficus, which I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Of course not.
It's like, what is this? Oh,
Got mine at Bethel. Or no,
yeah,
wait.
Farmhouse still was brand spanking new.
Yeah.
And then the Possum Sweet Jane. You're like,
Sweet Jane's great. I can't, that's great that they fucking busted that out. Well, they debuted it, right? And because Halloween was after that, and then they did the album.
They did that Halloween. So yes, this was preloaded. This was pre that year in Vegas.
Right.
So that was the only song. Well, actually, didn't they do the Lonesome Cowboy Bill before the album too?
Right.
At this point, this was.
What I'm saying, to pick like this time when they are, because the Halloween shit had theatrics to it, so they had already.
Right, they had already been rehearsing the album.
They knew what they were doing for Halloween at this point, I would imagine. So it's cool.
And I didn't think at the time, but it probably would have been a great theory before that Halloween to be like, one of the covers they did this summer is the album they're going to do.
What they sandwich it in the middle of all the covers that they've been doing too, so it's totally hidden and you're not thinking about it. So it was
right, because you're like, man, they could do Van Halen's first album, that would be cool, and then you're like, man, they could do that James album.
Didn't think they were going to play a Smashing Pumpkins album, although that would have been dope.
Right, and when we get to the Elton John tune, man, that would be fun, but that would be very Page centric. Cavern.
Long intro to Cavern. Very cool.
Only the second time up to this point that it had opened a second set. And it took till 2019 before they opened a second set with it again.
Yeah, I really like the way they took their time with the intro.
Right.
Cool. 2001 out of it. It's cool.
Right. Very deliberate, patient 2001 into the Tila, into the Piper. Very floaty.
The Piper's fucking killer. It's like they're finally starting to stretch it out and give it some wings. So, it's cool to see.
Yeah.
Sexual healing busts out here.
Right.
So that's a debut, right? And then, Hood.
It says, wait a minute. No, they've done it. Ventura.
That's right. I knew it was somewhere in this year.
Yeah.
It busted out covers left and right. It's hard to keep track of which shows which, but
right, exactly. And then, dude, the Sabotage was just the thing. It's one of those things that I never would have crossed my mind for them to cover, but Trey just owned it, and I know he wrecked his voice doing it, or he wrecks his voice when he does it, but man.
Dude, it was great. And then they get to do it again in
Oh
front of a lot
man,
more people at Lemon Wheel, which was dope.
right? When they busted it out of Dick's, what was that? 2 years ago? Last year?
Yeah, not as
Last
good.
year. Because
Not
they
as
didn't play Dick's this year. All right, here's the one.
Bobby
The
Otsu.
moment.
It's a good gin.
Right. Were you there at this
Lizards.
one?
No, Kev. Vernon Downs.
Oh, right. Because it was close to you.
That's right.
All right. I mean, that first set just has all my favorites. I mean, a Bowie, a punch you in the eye, the gin, a Lizards. I mean, Lizards is so perfect outside on a lawn. Just one of those things there.
Good Bowie.
Yeah, solid Bowie. You
Yeah.
always got solid Bowies then. AC/DC Sparkle, fantastic. I
Killer
love
bag,
Sparkle.
man. It's a really good AC/DC bag. So
Yeah,
the
and
logo's good.
right, a mid-set antelope. I mean, the energy off the charts. You got AC/DC Sparkle is like hopped up so quick, and then antelope. We're gonna just put our foot on the gas and go with it. You know.
The energy came down a little bit for me right after that because then you get like the triple ballad like in 3 in a row. Like, what is this in the middle of the second set? But then they pick it back up and drop right into the yem. So what are you supposed to do about it? And then, Frankenstein, Chalk Dust. And I used to love when they did the barbershop quartets is like to walk off or even walk onto for the encore. Like always very cool.
Right. Now,
And then the whole
Brad
place
Sands-
lost their mind for the encore. So
have you heard the story Brad Sands told about the encore?
I believe I have, yeah.
It was on one of those Osiris
I was going to
podcasts.
say, I definitely listened to that one.
And I guess the roundabout story is he said something to Trey, hey, it's the 3rd anniversary of Jerry dying.
Right.
And they pulled out Cobo Arena from Detroit in 77. And that's the Terrapin station they learned was from Cobo Arena in Detroit. And we were walking out. We were going to go sell beer. They were playing Hello, My Baby, packed up our stuff on the pathway to walk out. Terrapin station starts. We ran into the pavilion. Right. So many people flooded into the pavilion. Like everybody just dropped their stuff and just took off running towards the stage.
People came back missing shoes. They didn't give a shit. Right. Exactly.
Oh my God. I remember thinking afterwards, man, that's the song. That I've always said I've always felt like that song was Jerry's personal property. But
what a fucking
Trey,
they just hadn't played Dead songs anymore in forever.
Right.
Like they didn't want that stereotype anymore.
Right. And this opened up the floodgates though, right?
Yeah, it was something else.
We got Phil the next year, Warren, they did Cold Rain, Viola Lee. They ended up playing with Phil, Page, and Trey did. Maybe it was 2000.
Some of the greatest shows ever. That was 99 with Phil and friends, but
and then Mike Gordon ended up playing with the Rhythm Devils in 2006 and Jen Durkin and just so many. It's so weird that they did in 85 or so. They were like, screw it, we're never playing the Grateful Dead again. Right. And then 12 years later,
they fucking encore with Terrapin Station out of nowhere. Just incredible.
Yeah, it was the real.
Lucky you were there.
Yeah, this show.
Another smoker, man. I like this show a lot.
I
think there's a reason they released back-to-back shows on Live PHiSH because. Although Vernon came first, this is good. I mean, with the Trench Town Rock debut.
So cool.
Very cool.
I was loving it. And Star Lake it's just such, if you've never been to Star Lake, it is a kind of a poop show in the parking lot. Trying to get in there, they make you walk down this hill and up this other hill in order to get from one area to where the actual venue is. The cops are complete assholes because it's Burgettstown, Pennsylvania. What else do we have to do but fuck with the hippies? But yeah, Julia's fantastic. Another solid Wolfman's. But the beauty of this Wolfman's is that it finds its way to the Time Loves a Hero.
Time Loves a Hero is great. It's just so nice. I don't know. I really like this show. I think it's incredibly solid from top to bottom. The Reba's fucking great. I don't know. It's excellent. Patient, like the Reba itself.
Yep.
Great maze, right?
Yep.
The maze was kick ass.
Sloth. I mean, Ginseng Sullivan. Again, all my favorites. I used to call Bittersweet Motel the Simpsons song.
There's a great jam out of that fee too, into the maze. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really like it. Little Funky Town in the meat, right?
Mm-hmm. Dude, that gym is just, it's one of those ones you listen to that you can feel them, like their DNA morphing. Like they had pushed it to a point and they were never going to play the same after this gym that they did before. For me, at least. That's what I'm hearing.
Cool stuff, for sure. I don't know. The second set, I don't know. It doesn't look great on paper, but it's really solid from start to finish. And again, they closed the second set with another solid disease, like another good version of Down with Disease, which isn't like a long 20+ minute version that you get nowadays, but still very good, solid all around.
I like it better, shorter, I believe.
Sure.
Dave's Energy Guide, apparently. I have
Honestly,
no idea what Dave's Energy Guide is, but apparently Trey plays it all the time.
All the time.
Same with San Jose. What the hell? You're making that shit up. All right.
All the time.
Now.
I was at this show.
You were at this show, and this show was, I had so much fun. I had too much fun at this show.
My buddy's car almost broke down on the way in. It was overheating and shit, and it was hot, right? Like it was mid fucking August, so it's like 100 degrees out. We're cranking the heat as we're waiting in line, just crawling about the fucking thing, and just painful. So then we got in, like literally walking through as LaGrange started. Like we literally walking through like simultaneously as LaGrange opened the show. So that was a little close for comfort. We definitely had some car trouble. We actually ended up having to ditch that car before we went to Lemon Wheel. We had to go back to fucking
Connecticut
swap cars, and I drove up to fucking.
Right, we rented a conversion van for that because we had like 30 cases.
My buddy drove to. Yeah, I'm sorry, different buddy drove to that after we went back.
We had 30 cases of Sierra Nevada to sell at Lemon Wheel, so we had rented a conversion van and we split right after the show. Got my ramble on here. You know, it's one of the few covers that actually got repeated over the course of the tour there. Slave was a nod to the horrendous
covers in this show. So,
you know, Slave was a nod, I guess, to the horrendous traffic.
Excellent Slave.
Excellent
Mike. Simple. The Loving Cup is fucking awesome in the middle of the second set.
Right. That is so fun, man. Mike Simple riffed. And then, you know,
so much fun stuff in the first set, though. The whole thing with Frodo, PHiSH's high school band and shit like that. The Ramble-On's Killer, the Phenomenal Slave, just Patient, gorgeous, fucking Mike Simple, Loving Cup, the Walk-Off Coil.
Burning down the house.
Bill's got it all, man. It's such a great show. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your drummer? Who's your dentist? And the fucking vocal jam.
It's my band. It's my band now, bitches.
Mission Impossible teases and stuff to boot. Really cool shit, man. Fun show for sure.
Absolutely love it. And then you enjoy myself for the encore. They're just like, we're never coming back here. Let's just really burning down the place.
Yeah, it was dirty and dusty, and yeah, it was a hell of a show.
It was. So you went all the way back to Connecticut. We drove right up to Lemon Wheel.
Yeah, and it's not close to get from Connecticut to Vernon Down, so it was definitely out of the way to go back. And
right. Yeah, because we went up through Vermont. Right.
I'd already done the trip to Limestone and back. I know how fucking far that was. So I wasn't happy, but there's nothing we could do. Like this car, I can't even believe we actually made it back to Connecticut with this car as it was overheating on the way in, but we did.
Right,
And
you're
then
like,
that
am I even
guy
gonna
that
make
did
it?
drive, he was supposed to come with us, and he ended up not coming. We sold his tickets when we got there, or I don't even know what the hell happened with that. But only two of us went after three of us had gone to the other show. But driving up to these festivals it's just always awesome, though. I mean, as long of a drive as it is, it's a good time. You know, like the closer you get, and you're seeing people at rest stops and shit on the way up, and like just the whole thing, man.
Once 95 ended and you hit one, the only people you saw on the road were locals to whatever town you were driving through and other.
100%. It was all us pretty much, right? And then you get an occasional fucking local or whatever. But yeah, we pretty much, take over and buy everything at the grocery stores up that way. And there's no food or fucking anything left for any of the residents.
All right, we get up there.
They love us, and they sell us twice baked potatoes out of their front fucking door, and like every house along the way. It's amazing fucking thing. The community up there is really cool, and they were very accepting of us.
And now it's an office park.
Yeah, but what great times.
We get up there and we're like, let's drive by and just see what the front gate looks like. And there's people in line. There's like 6 cars in line. So we pull up. Right when we pull up, they open the gate. This was Thursday night, I guess.
Bingo.
So we pull in and we are right on the main walkway, right before you get into the gate. And so we set up and start selling beer. We sold 24 cases of beer before Friday morning. And we're done for the weekend. I actually was running around buying beer from other people by the end of the weekend because we sold out.
But you didn't have to buy ice. You ran out that quick.
Oh, dude, remember the ice people? You'd have to get up and go over and buy ice out of the truck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nothing was like Oswego, but you still had to do it at these too. But
yeah. And it was
almost make it through.
All right, this guy comes up to us and he's like, "Can I have a couple beers?" And I was like, 2 for $5, man. And my buddy Pat pokes his head out and he's like, "What's up, Chris?" He's like, "Go ahead, give him beers." It was fucking CK5.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Like 2 for $5, man.
That was at the Lemon Wheel?
Yeah.
Nice.
One Thursday night beforehand. There's the it was cool because they played this whole thing on the radio. So we got to sit there in the afternoon and check it out. All right.
The bunny, right?
Yeah, festivals are much better 2 days than 4 days. I'll just say that. I know most people would not agree.
I agree 100%. 100%.
Right, let me come in the day early and leave the day after, and I'm fine with 4 days, but I want only 2 days of music so I can have.
I like the day set. I mean, you're just sitting around doing nothing anyway, It's
right,
hot.
6 sets in 2 days instead of 8 sets in 4 days.
Make it worth my while, right? Let me
7 sets if you count the
music.
ambient.
Yeah.
So Mike Simple again. Mike Simple was just a beast. You didn't see Hydrogens very often at this point in their career, but I mean that's a statement to open up. They're like, "We're here to party. Let's do this."
Yeah, it was a full set Mike's groove, which is cool, and odd, mid first set melt in like the stash placement, basically, which was cool back then.
What was the whole? Wasn't there a whole Mike set at Great Wendt? Like Mike Simple Contact Weekapa or something like that. That's weird.
That sounds yeah. Well, when
got
it happens,
water in the sky.
Yeah, whatever.
The city's Weekapa. Beauty, just a thing of beauty there.
Amazing divided sky there, with the divided sky actually in the sky. Very fucking cool shit.
No. The second set. Take it any day of the week. Another wedge opener again. Works better there. Another solid Reba. Reba didn't break out of its mold really, but it will always.
The gumbo's excellent. This is a very, very solid set. The tweezer's good. The slave is great. I think, good way to start the nighttime, as the second set would do.
Right, I think Horse was brilliant place to land tweezer. Silent in the morning, you kind of knew it was coming, but I think this exact thing happened just last year. Was the perfect line for that moment, that deep in set two.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody felt that for sure.
Yeah. The NICU, another solid set opener. This Bowie, though,
The Bowie's amazing. It's such a
amazing.
long intro. They don't do those long intros like this anymore, man.
That's what we
This is
need.
fucking super sick, long intro, fucking around with some secret language shit even. Very fucking fun. I really like the Bowie. I think the Bowie's probably the jam of the fucking entire weekend.
I can see that.
Yeah. And another excellent limb by limb.
Right. Probably the best limb by limb that they had done. It had been building the whole summer. I mean, right, Brian and Robert. I'm a fan of Brian and Robert. It's quick enough that before it annoys you, it's over,
Right, exactly.
Loving Cup. Love my Loving Cups. And then the encore. Such a fun encore to walk away from. You're just so amped at that point,
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the reprise the same night.
Yeah. I remember thinking, like, are they going to do reprise? Or are they going to save it for tomorrow? But
well, they had the big thing. They had big plans for the next day. So, what did you make of Ambient Jam? Did you actually go over to it, or did you just listen on the radio?
The Ambient Jam, if I'm not mistaken, was like between two of the sets, right?
No, it was set 4. It was after the encore.
Why do I think it was in like daytime and there was a whole orchestra?
That was Clifford Ball.
What the hell was that at Clifford Ball?
They had an orchestra at Clifford Ball. The Clifford Ball Orchestra, and you could bring in your lunch and sit there and have a picnic, and they played Debussy and
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm fucking confused. No, the Ambient Jam we were present for. The one before was the Disco Jam, right? The Great Wendt.
That was at the very edge of the
that
thing.
Was like past, like immediately almost. Like, yeah, I wasn't into that. The Ambient Jam was something, kind of sat through, but it was okay.
Yeah, they had candles all over the place.
Yeah, it was a very cool setup. Nice and mellow.
You know what? At that point, it become a thing though, because they had done the flatbed thing at Clifford Ball, and then the Great Wendt, they kind of did it. You were almost expecting it at that point. It became a thing there. Wow, that's like 2 days worth of songs in this show the second day.
For sure. Good gin though. Yamar bags good.
Yeah.
Birds of a Feather, Possum. I really like. This first set's got a lot.
Down
with Disease is killer.
I can see why Wendt gets all the love, because there are so many standout things, but just as a solid going through like this second set, there's a bunch of songs in there, but it is solid. And maybe it's just the thing of being there. Maybe it's an attendance bias thing with me about it, but
I kind of thought the Ghost was boring. I don't know. Out of all the Ghosts that they had been playing, this one's kind of like a boring Ghost. But the Fluffhead's awesome. And then we really were supposed to get fucking Terrapin, and PHiSH forgot the words. So they ended up doing Sexual Healing instead.
Oh, really?
I remember being pissed about that because, as you know, I'm a big fucking
Barrett
fan. So obviously anything Syd Barrett did, I was into and had all those albums. So I was kind of disappointed that it ended up being fucking Sexual Healing instead, but still fun to literally have that as my only Fishman tune. If we're not, counting, I didn't know.
I hear you with
the
that.
Hi Who.
Yeah, Sexual Healing. So weird. It was just so weird.
Kind of weird, right?
It is.
And then Antelope Stove. But the third set, I'm going to tell you right now, we were like all the way over to the right, but like up close, like within like, I don't know, 20 or so rows of people from the stage, but like way right. The fucking view when Sabotage hit, and everybody lost their fucking mind and just started bouncing like it was I don't even fucking know, like a give me something to break fucking kind of thing. Like it was awesome. I've never seen like that was amazing.
As close as they got to a pit. It's as close as we ever got to a
Dude,
pit.
it was so intense, though, man. With that many people, just like all fucking losing their minds collectively in that moment, it was fucking awesome. And I could literally see across like all the fucking people from. It was great. My vantage point was fucking awesome for that. Really incredible to catch that live. So it's a fun set overall, though. 2001's good. The Wilson's great. I like the Mango song, and you know, as they do with the festivals, the Hood's gonna take you out,
right?
And Baby Elephant Walk. So,
is this where we burn the thing?
No, that was
Great Wendt.
That was the Wendt, yeah.
What was the thing? Oh, here they had the huge Baby Elephant.
They did the art jam at the Wendt.
Right. This one they had the huge elephant that walked out, tried to walk out.
Baby Elephant Walk, right.
Right.
Which I thought they were going to burn down, right? Or did they
burn shit, man? Let's burn.
They didn't burn it down because they burned the thing the year before.
Right, I know. I want to burn shit, man.
Yeah. Just a great tour overall, though. I think it took us 12 hours to get up here. It took us 19 hours to get home the next day. We left like first thing in the fucking morning. It almost took a full 24 hours to get out of there.
I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure my boy Pat, who was driving, had us packed up and out at like 4 a.m. He's like, all you got to do is sleep. He's like, just pack your shit up and go sleep in the van. And when I woke up, we were somewhere close to Bangor.
Yeah, I think we waited until like we were like the last people to leave type of thing. Like as long as they would let us stay, we stayed there. And then we got home so late, like my buddy had to jump out or had to drop me off and literally leave my driveway and go straight to work. Jeez. After driving for 19 hours, like down fucking all. It sucks, man. It really took forever. But yeah, what a hell of a summer, man. Great tour. Fucking lots of new shit. Lots of new covers, lots of new originals. And, you know, the other half of Ghost pretty much came out of the Europe tour. So a lot of fun stuff.
So think about coming up sometime between now. Well, I'm probably going to try to take off a couple weeks after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, talk to me next year.
Christmas. Right, I'm saying, but I want you to throw a tour out to me. Would you think the best tour in 3.0 was? So I can be challenged a little bit.
I mean, there's only 3, so it's either going to be fall 13, summer 15, or fall 18. I mean,
okay, well, pick one of them. Which one you got so I can get started?
Oh, you want me to pick it now?
Yeah, pick one of them.
Oh, dude, I know I'm not going to be able to fucking do another one of these shows around the holidays and stuff.
No, I'm talking about next year. I'm saying let's do this at the end of January, but I want to be able to get started.
Let's call it. God, it's so hard. I don't know which one to pick out of those 3. Like, which one's the best? They're all really good. All right, I probably eliminate 18 out of the bunch. So fall 13 versus summer 15.
Flip a coin.
Well, we just did a summer one, so fuck it. Let's do fall 13.
Fall 13 it is. Yeah, let's look towards the end of January to try to do it before Mexico.
All right, something in that realm should work out.
All right, and then that way I can get started on it slowly. I mean, we started talking about this in what, May of this year or June?
Yeah, I got a little ahead of you. I thought we would do this like in, you know, that summer tour had a gap, and I thought we would kind of fill the void there, and you weren't ready. But I remember you got off to a faster start than I did, so I thought I was playing catch up, and then I just fucking outpaced you, and you weren't ready. So
I blew through Europe and then was like,
yeah, and you were like, no, we got to wait till after the tour's over. All right. Whatever.
Oh, thank you so much, Scott. If you're watching this, like, subscribe. If you're over on Volume, it's free to become a member if you want to do all access. We do Wook clubs normally for all access over there first and try to interact when it's me and T. And we would actually like to get some of the all access people on here at some point. You want to see my other cool little graphic I did for when we do Grateful Dead ones?
You're going to show it to me no matter what I say.
How's that?
That's cool.
A little steely.
Look at you.
What else?
techie and shit with your little features.
Right. I wish I could. I wish I had artistic skills because I would make Wook with a plus for a tail in the PHiSH logo. Somebody might come after me. Oh, we have people commenting every year. Hey guys, I just saw you were commenting 43 pedals, 4K PHiSH videos, Team Jeff Mathis over there. Shout out. And like I said, Scott, thank you.
All right.
You have a great Thanksgiving, and yeah, we're gonna go with that. Take care, guys.
Thanks, man.
What's up, dog?
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.